Hi, this is Yolanda Vanveen, and in this segment we're going to talk about how to prune a climbing rose. Now this rose right here was on a trellis, but we took the trellis down. So now it is just wild. It's almost wintertime, so we should prune it. And it's gotten kind of wild. So a good rule of thumb is don't prune more than 1/3 of the rose down. So you want to save at least 1/3 of the plant for next year because it'll fill up. And I will get a new arbor for it, so I can always attach it to the arbor later. First of all, this is kind of getting lanky and I really would like it to fill up a little more. So I don't want to cut more than 1/3 of the plant off. So I'm just going to chop about 1/3 of it off completely. And then that way next year, when it comes in, it'll just fill in a little more. And it won't just be this long lanky stem. It'll be a little more full. And in fact, I think I'm going to cut it back a little more even because next year it will grow very quickly. And the more I cut it back, it seems the more they grow. This rose is already bloomed, and the whole goal is I want to have it more full. I don't want just long, lanky stems. So I'm going to cut it back about 1/3 as well. Same with all the stems. I'm going down about 1/3. This one as well. I'm going to chop it all the way down to where it meets this other one. And when I'm cutting on an angle, so where it meets another leaf, it's just above that line. Now there's some new growth here that looks really nice, so I'm going to leave that, and it's more even. So I'm just going to cut the side blooms that are the little rose hips. These are what's left over from the actual roses. I'm going to cut that down a little bit. And while I'm at it too, any leaves that have turned brown or that have any spots on them or have been eaten by slugs in any way, I'm going to chop them back. Going to this side too, I'm just going to trim back any of the dead leaves. And from the bottom, there's always all these runners. So I found they don't look that great. The slugs have gotten to them. So I'm going to really just chop this all the way down to the ground because it'll fill in next year. I don't like a lot of growth on the very bottom of the roses. It looks better when it's a little bit up. And you don't want any leaves or anything for the slugs to grab onto to get to your top part of your plant. And that way, next year, this will fill up and be much more even, and I'll get a trellis next to it, and it'll look just perfect.